And hello everyone in Amazing Interblend. Here I'm back again. I'm Alex, and I'm about to do my current bunch of ramblings. And I don't know, guys. I had to speak in the middle of the day, but I didn't intend for certain reasons. And actually, I had to accomplish like 2 points of my working process one by one. And the speaking process, these speaking activities of mine was supposed to be on the, let's see what place it would take, just maybe second place. It was supposed to be on the second place throughout my intraday activities, but I didn't find myself speaking English because kinda I didn't just have any particular subject to speak about, and it's not in use for you guys. And currently, on general, I mean, and just in my life, how it goes right now. Currently, I don't have any just decent partner to speak in my English. I mean, I have to have American originated people, or at least like England originated people, but I don't have both of those audiences, and I have to practice by myself, and to advance myself by myself, and to hear my own flow of speech, analyze that by myself, and correct even mistakes at some points, and to just I'm not concentrated about unmistakable speech, or just a speech without mistakes. Please bear with my new invented word, unmistakable. I don't know for sure whether it exists, whether it doesn't exist, and I'm a big guy about inventing new words and new unknown English originated vocabulary, especially like American slang, you know what I'm saying. And I'm so keen about knowing slang because, as one guy once said on some YouTube channel, his name is Drew again, it's kind of reminder I'm giving you, like almost in every video I gonna just introduce that guy again and again, because he gave me a lot as I talk. And thanks Drew for your just being alive, and how you just advanced my English, and how you pulled it up, and you gave the opinion that slang is always used for connecting some small group of people in order to make that people more well connected, and more being just a very significant part of a group as a complete unit. I mean, one member consider himself as a complete unit of entire society where slang is used currently, and that slang thing unites all the members of that group and makes them stronger with their connections, about being able to communicate without just only knowing the language that they know, and some stranger taps into that audience. Those people might not know what happens around that hood, around that society, among that gang, I should say, small group of some criminals or some intellectual people. I'm trying to entwine new, not only new, but like the words from deepest parts of my memory into my speech, and I'm just trying to pull them out, and at the same moment I'm trying to sound them out, and I don't know whether I'm good at that. It's up for you to decide. And again, actually I analyzed some material that I made maybe a year ago, and I just faced some discrepancy. It's not a discrepancy actually, it's like huge change that I made, excuse me, with how I sounded previously a year ago. For my eyes, I sounded more clear, and now I'm doing this like, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to sound like Native American guy. If you compare like a couple of videos that I made, like one, just you might choose like one that I made like a year ago, and the second one, let it be like, I don't know, maybe months ago or so, or just around the time, you know what I'm saying. And you could compare those, and you could like even see the difference very clearly, because from the very beginning I was just trying to make just write by the book, like very clear English sounds, and then I kinda dropped into the abyss of slangy American version of English language, and I've been diving there even at present moment. I adore that stuff when it goes in my life, and how it happens with me. And if I do a lot of mistakes, please bear with all those mistakes, because I'm only learning and I'm only just trying to correspond slightly to the maybe lowest level of Native American people, how they sound, how they do the English, how they sound, how they produce their fluent speech without having to think about it at all. And now I'm just trying to shadow them, to maybe copy them, to emulate them in a way that probably supposedly is about to pull me up again. And there's a great poem that I told you, I mean the poem that was made by that guy Drew, and he kind of was very clear about what he wanted to explain. He wanted to explain that the more you practice, the more your pronunciation becomes like Native American pronunciation, the more you would sound like some guy that arrived from English-speaking country. And I don't know, I've never been to any speaking country, just never. I'm telling you, if I would, probably my English would be slightly more fluent and slightly more flawless in all the ways, you know what I'm saying again. And guys, as one time that guy Drew said in his blog, I should say, he said kind of, you should drill all your English fluency skills. Let's say we have around 7 ones, like being able to speak automatically, being able to respond while speaking in conversation, being able to understand the native high rate of speech of Native Americans, native originated people, you know what I'm saying. And the 4th one, let it be like, I don't know, understanding grammar pretty deeply and being able to use it automatically, correctly, without any mistakes, at least trying to avoid those mistakes, and being able to being able like write correctly, being able like communicate at any given moment. Like, let's say you're about to be woken up in the midst of the night, and if someone requested you speak in the midst of the night, you would be able to probably speak with having that experience of extended speaking of yours. If you had those experiences, you probably would sound more natural, and you wouldn't be translating in your head and trying to make correspondence between like your native and your language originated things and English language originated things. Excuse me for slightly stumbling here. I'm just only about being just a very persistent learner about my adorable English. Guys, actually I skipped today's intraday speaking practice, and that's why I kinda try to wrap up all my issues and to fill my free time with English speaking practice. And I kinda what happened was, let's see what happened, maybe around 7 p.m. I finished all my work in process pieces, and after that I had my first meal in a day, and after that I drank some water, and after that I made myself like out. I mean, I walk out of my flat and I made my way to the local church where those Mormons hanging out, and I dropped into their place, and I kinda was about to check what was cooking there. And what was cooking was, there were like a bunch of like stupid and silly and funny activities of those people and Mormons, I mean, and part of people were doing dancing, trying to shadow some anchors on some makeshift screen hanging on a wall at the time, and the second part of people were trying to do their process of playing some silly game called, I don't know what name it was called, like, I don't know, boomy like that, I don't know, something crazy, very crazy. I'm telling you, that definitely was crazy, and I was relishing like watching them doing that silly activities, and I was pleased to hear all those like Native American sounds sounding very clear, very funny at the same time, and I was in it. I was in that picture of that activities without even participating in those. And for the third point, it was kind of what it was. The pair of fellas played chess, There were a girl and a guy. His name was Spencer, and her name was I don't know her name. Excuse me. I'm so bad about remembering new names. And what happened there also was kind of ping pong tournament, and there were also like highly seasoned fellas who were playing sports, particularly table tennis or ping pong in a very very advanced way as from my standpoint. And as I'm a follower of some ping pong and any sports activities, I was so inspired by those, and I even wanted to deep diver and dive deeper, excuse me, and I tried to figure out new way to pick up some Native American person to speak with and hang out while speaking, and just to maybe have a slightest friends banter and a short talk about some related point, but I didn't, and I don't know, that wasn't a surprise for me that I didn't found any decent English speaker while trying to find him or her, and I didn't succeed at that. And who knows, well, maybe I'll be doing that the next time I'll be there, and maybe I'll succeed at that next time. And guys and girls, that's been my kind of very short and very stupid and not seasoned, not very advanced speaking practice. It's up for you to decide the way you grasp it, the way it'll be in my further activities, because it's up for you to decide what I'm doing here, what I'm making here, what level I have now, and how I'm about to. I wanna share with you the new ways that I wanna figure out by myself how to advance my English, how to pull up my English speaking skills, and how to even practice without having anyone to practice with around me now. And I'm so keen about my English. I'll be in touch with you as soon as I can, as soon as I find my time, my precious time now. And that's it for tonight. That's been a pleasure to feel you all. See all you guys and girls in a little while. That's it. Take care. See you soon. Bye.